Have you ever dreamed of being on a movie set? Well, you might get tossed off if you don't know the lingo.
Yeah, Oscar-winning producer Tony Bill's new book is Movie Speak, How to Talk Like You Belong on a Movie Set, even if you don't. And Tony is with us. Good morning.
Good morning. And not just producer, director, actor, pretty much everything under the sun.
I'll just do anything for a buck.
You're shameless.
Because you graduate from Notre Dame, 1962. You go out west.
Yep.
Who knew who?
Nobody really knew anybody. I had a letter of introduction to a director who sent me to an agency.
Right.
Who took me to a studio.
Right.
Introduced me to Bud Yorkin and Norman Lear, a couple of young fellows who were making their first movie called Come Blow Your Horn.
And
I read for them and auditioned and screen tested, and I got the part.
It's just that simple.
Well, it sort of is.
For you.
Well, I mean, everybody goes through that. I just went through it once.
Right.
And then you progressed and did all these other things. And when you became director, you said that the perfect definition of a director is?
Somebody who makes sure that everybody on the set has a really good time.
Oh, yeah? Because
the director
what is the other famous quote that Orson Welles had?
Orson Welles said.
The person who presides over the accidents.
Yes, the person who presides over the accidents is true.
Right.
But if it's not an accident, you can do something about it. You can make sure that everybody has a good time.
All right. Well, we're going to do a little primer here with some of these sort of phrases and bits of jargon, so that if any of us, well, for instance, I'll be in Hollywood this weekend.
Right.
If I get hooked into a movie set, I could sort of act like I knew.
You could survive.
Well, why don't we start with the things that we absolutely should not ever say on a movie set?
Okay. Well, you don't want to say, if you're an AD, you don't want to say like "bring in the meat."
Bring in the meat, which
referring
doesn't
to
mean...
the talent.
You don't say that. Oh,
you don't want to be heard saying the talent should not hear. The talent should also not hear you say, especially male talent. Let's get a man maker.
What's a man maker?
A man maker is something that makes an actor a little taller. Oh. You don't want the star.
So if Tom Cruise is standing on a box to kiss a girl, just don't let him hear you say.
You don't want to broadcast that on the set. Yeah.
All right. There are several different actors whose names have been immortalized with regard to some of these kinds of things, and among them, what's a Gary Coleman? Gary
Coleman is just a short light stand.
Oh, it's a light stand.
Yeah.
Did you guys know? Did you guys know Gary Coleman, the guys in the set?
They call it a Maggie Rodriguez here.
All right. Well, what's a Mickey Rooney?
A Mickey Rooney is a short creep. It's a dolly. It's a dolly that comes in slowly.
Oh, okay.
It's a short creep.
That's great. That's great.
By the way, Mickey Rooney seems not to object to his name being taken in like this.
Right.
If
you're on a movie set in Hollywood and people use these things, everybody knows what they are?
Oh, yeah. Well, if you're going to dolly in on somebody slowly, you say, make this a Mickey Rooney.
All right.
And what about a Jane Russell? I mean, people old school might kind of figure out what that
Jane Russell is a shot that's framed right about here.
Middle of the chest. I wonder why it's called that.
In a bed of hay. There you go. How about, now, what is the Eastwood rule?
The Eastwood rule is the name for the rule that the Directors Guild has come up with, which prevents stars from firing directors and taking over.
So is that built into a lot of contracts now?
Oh yeah, it's automatic.
It's the Eastwood rule.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's informally referred to as the Eastwood rule.
Really cool stuff. The book is called Movie Speak, How to Talk Like You Belong on a Film Set. And Tony Bill, Oscar-winning producer of The Sting, thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I hope, matter of fact, your viewers and you might today celebrate a new website that's going to come up that's all about the movie business. You'll like it, called ultimatemoviesite.com. And it's going to have books and people and quizzes and everything on it.
We're going to put everything about your book on our website, too, which is Early Show. You're welcome. It's a really fun book. I read it last night. earlyshow.cbsnews.com.